part of what I do with movement, and I've done in this class, is that first I teach them just about their body, to become more aware. This class, one of the first assignments is to be awake, so that in the course of going out in business in the world, it's not just to go with your, to go make money and keep your blindfolds on, but to do it with a sense of awareness, to do it with a sense of greater creativity. And probably Garfield's work and Tom Peters in the terms of excellence is that the more creative you can be, the more innovative you can be, the more successful you can be. When you're moving in the body, the mind is free then to create solutions, to come up with images, because the intellect is now gripping the mind with the voice of judgment. And then what happens is that there's this freedom to experience what needs to come up, whether it's a memory, or whether it's, again, a solution. And then something else happens. It becomes encoded in the body. See, what's different in perhaps painting or singing is that when you move it, it is something way beyond the intellect again. It's beyond intellectual understanding. It has happened in the body, and therefore you can repeat it over and over and over again. So literally, the movement behavior then can get translated into your daily life. And what I have found by coming into this classroom for each quarter, sometimes twice a quarter for 2 years, is that people actually have changes in their life. They have dramatic changes. They become more aware of their emotions. They become more aware of who they are, and they can use the thematic material then to make changes in their lives positively. So dance is not just freedom of expression and great exercise and a culmination of creativity and self-esteem. It also can literally help you to make changes in your life because of the behavioral changes in the body.
And then as it will fade in, I know you haven't worked with this voice yet, but you will next week. I want you to fade into the next level, go a little deeper. And I'd like you to move into the voice of intuition now. Feel free to close your eyes at any particular point and move back in. Just be connected to your boundaries. Don't move out of the room too much with your eyes closed. And continue moving now with the voice of intuition.
The theme that I was asked to present in this class was precise observation, being very aware, being alert, being awake, and to utilize the three voices: the voice of judgment, the voice of objective intelligence. So in other words, when we're doing something, saying, now this would be really good to do, rather than our normal voice of judgment saying, oh God, I look stupid, or I'm awkward. And the voice of intuition, that translating all those voices. What is the voice of intuition? Well, we might call it instinct, or we might call it freedom. The ability to flow, the ability to just go with what is without trying to make sense of it. I'm working with this physically. And then the last theme that we worked with today was being able to look at a particular area in our life, and for these students in their business career, an aspect of themselves or a goal that they would like to change or to meet. And doing this again physically in the body, dancing it out as it were, and encoding it physically so that it can manifest, or it can be played out in real life. Some of the students have commented that this kind of movement with dance really helps to relieve stress. And I think too often we don't take dance into consideration for that. Now, again, this is dance that you might look at as techniqueless, but it's really not, because it allows each individual the integrity of their own movement. And again, there is that tie-in to the inner dancer. See, I think that in this society we have limited so much who can do this and who can do that, who can be a dancer, who can be a painter, who can be an artist, who can be a computer scientist, who can be a doctor. And in the same way, we have to look at that there are many activities in our lives that can de-pressure rather than pressurize what we do. So these MBA students, all of us, have so many pressures in our lives. What if we took out a part of the day, not necessarily to just go work out or to meditate, and all of those are wonderful for relieving stress, but what if we included our body in both those activities? Working out by dancing and moving, and meditating by closing the eyes, by going into the inner awareness of oneself. And you're going to get both benefits. And there is tremendous benefit now that we all know to physical exercise. So why not integrate it with who we are and with our creativity? It's very, very, very important.